Hello everyone, today we're going to perform 2-year service on this Courier ezip electric bike. Here is what the bike looks like. Here we have the electric motor. Here is 24-volt lead acid battery. First, we're going to check the tire pressure. Then we're going to check the gear system. Make sure everything's well lubricated. Then we're going to check for wheel alignment and brakes. Okay, so I have flipped over the bike. The first thing to do is we want to check the tire pressure. And to do that, we just take our hand and squeeze the tire. I have filled up the air with this air compressor, and now we're going to measure the air pressure with a gauge. So we're gonna stick this into the hole. Let's see here. And press it all the way down. Okay, so we are seeing tire pressure about 25, close to 30 psi. This tells us the air pressure is pretty good. So we're gonna go to the front tire and repeat the same. Next, we're going to spin the wheel to check for any friction. Okay, so you see that? When I spin the wheel has abruptly stopped. This means the wheel somehow is hitting the brake pad. So here we can see one side of the brake pad is hitting the wheel, and there is a misalignment in the wheel. So when I spin the wheel, we can see the wheel rim is wobbly, is hitting side to side between the pad. To fix this, we're going to check for the wheel alignment. First, we're gonna have to take off this nut. So to take off this nut, I'm using 5/8 socket wrench with a power drill. So I'm going to take the power drill and put it here and then slowly spin it. Oh, the other way. Okay, so nut is loose, and we can check that this bearing is all the way at the end. Take a rubber mallet and slowly just hit it. Like that. Make sure it's all the way in. And we can check at this angle to see that this axle is all the way making contact with the frame. To adjust the wheel rim, make it center so that it doesn't hit the brake pad, we're gonna take one of these tools called spoke wrench, and we're gonna adjust these spokes here. So if the wheel is turning this way, you want to apply attention this way to force the wheel other way to make it balance. So I finally aligned the wheels. Now if I spin and I see the wheel can freely spin without any resistance or friction. And if I turn on the electric motor, okay, I have to turn on the power here. So I can see the wheel is completely free from any resistance. And the next thing to do is to apply some grease. To apply the gear grease, I'm using automotive and industrial general purpose grease. This can be used for non-disc brake wheels, bearing, drum, chassis, suspension, and also bicycle gears. Okay, so to apply the grease, I'm going to just take a coffee stir. I'm going to open up the grease can, dip it in, and I'm going to apply to the gears, just like that. And I'm going to get all the gears here, the inner chain, outer chain, and over here to the electric motor. And also here, I'm going to apply the grease into the joint. And over here too, just like that. Once the grease is applied, I'm going to take a saran wrap and then gently rub it. Make sure the grease is even. I'm going to spin the paddle and then rub it. Make sure the grease is evenly distributed everywhere. The next thing I'm going to do is to check the brake system. So I'm going to start the motor, and then I'm going to press down the brake. So now you see the brake is swiftly stopped. One more example. So looks like my brake is pretty good and does not need to be adjusted. If I were going to adjust the brake, I'm going to tighten this guy here. Number 5 Allen can be used to tighten the brake chain and also to tighten or loosen the brake pad. So as you can see here, my brake pad is pretty tight and does not need to be tightened. Also, in the brake system, there are these wires here, and these plays a role to balance your brake so that your pad is between the rim. Now, if you see the rim is tilted to one side and the brake pad is hitting the other side of the rim, what you want to do is you want to take a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and you want to tighten this screw right here. By tightening this screw, it will induce a pressure from this spring here, and it will force your brake pad to come out away from the rim. Everything seems to be in order. I also installed this trailer. I'm gonna take this strap here, loop around the bike, and then attach it to this part here. So now we can see there's a solid connection between the trailer and the bike. I also got this cup holder I will be installing to the bike. And to do that, I'm going to use number 5 Allen and take off these 2 nuts. So I'm also going to install these lights. These lights called Go Bright Light, Be Cool, Be Seen. They go underneath the bike or on the bike frame. So here is the LED light. Looks like there's a button here you press. And pressing again. One more time, and we see much faster blinking. I guess that's pretty cool. It comes with these straps, instruction manual. Okay, so I have installed the blue LED light. It's extremely simple. It can be done within a minute. There are 2 straps here. It goes into the light and strap onto the bicycle frame. One here, one here. Very easy. Final finished product. Have a look. The next thing to do is go for a test drive.